Hey, and welcome. Humor is often treated like a bonus in life, something nice to have after the serious things are handled. But psychologically, humor is not just decoration, it can be a form of regulation, connection, perspective, and even survival. This doesn't mean we should laugh everything away, and it doesn't mean pain becomes less real just because we can smile for a moment. It means something quieter and more powerful. Sometimes humor is exactly what helps us stay human inside difficult experiences. In this video, we'll explore why humor matters so much for mental health and how to use it in a way that supports healing instead of avoiding reality. Chapter 1. Humor is more than entertainment. When people think of humor, they often think of comedy, jokes, or being the funny one. But in mental health, humor is often something deeper, a way the mind creates space. A moment ago, you were fully fused with stress, fear, shame, or frustration. Then something shifts. You laugh, or even just exhale with a small smile. And suddenly the feeling is still there, but it is not the whole room anymore. That shift matters. A helpful metaphor: humor is like opening a window in a crowded room. The room doesn't disappear, but air comes in. Undress 1. Humor interrupts emotional rigidity. When we are anxious, depressed, or overwhelmed, the mind often becomes rigid. Everything feels heavier, more final, more personal, more threatening. Humor can gently loosen that rigidity, not by denying the problem, but by changing our relationship to it. For example, of course my brain chose 2 a.m. for this life review. Ah yes, my inner critic is back with another TED Talk. 2. Humor helps regulate the nervous system. Laughter is physical. It changes breathing, it releases tension, it interrupts stress buildup. Even a small moment of shared laughter can help the body come out of pure threat mode. This is one reason humor can feel so relieving during hard times. It gives the nervous system a signal. There is still safety somewhere in me, somewhere in this moment. That signal can be tiny, but tiny signals matter. 3. Humor restores perspective. When mental health is low, our attention narrows. We focus on what's wrong, what's missing, what might go badly. Humor can widen the frame. It helps us see the absurdity of being human. It helps us see the imperfection we all share, how often our minds dramatize things, that we are not alone in our weirdness. And perspective is therapeutic. Not because it solves everything, but because it keeps us from drowning in one interpretation. Chapter 2. Why humor is so powerful for mental health. Let's make this practical. What does humor actually do psychologically? 1. It reduces shame. Shame says, there is something wrong with me. Humor can interrupt shame by making room for common humanity. For example, when someone can say, I had a full argument in my head and the other person wasn't even there, and both people laugh gently, something important happens. The experience shifts from, I'm broken, to, oh, I'm human. That shift is not trivial. Shame isolates. Humor reconnects. 2. It creates connection. Many people don't remember the exact advice that helped them. They remember the person who helped them breathe again. Shared laughter can create closeness faster than perfect words. Humor is social glue. 3. It supports resilience. Resilience is not the ability to never struggle. It is the ability to recover, adapt, and continue. Humor supports resilience because it helps us metabolize difficulty without becoming permanently hardened. People with healthy humor often still feel deeply. They're not numb, they simply retain access to flexibility. A resilient kind of humor says, this is hard, and I'm not only this hard moment. The and is powerful. 4. It can reduce over-identification with thoughts. This connects beautifully with CBT and ACT. Humor can do this naturally. Instead of, I'm a complete failure, a humorous, defused version might be, ah, yes, My brain has opened the everything is ruined folder again. 5. It helps us tolerate imperfection. Mental health struggles often get worse when perfectionism is involved. Humor allows a gentler truth. Humans are awkward, inconsistent, emotional, and unfinished. And that is not a defect. That is the species. Chapter 3: How to use humor in a healthy way without avoiding your feelings. Not all humor helps. Some humor protects us, some humor disconnects us. On to 1. Helpful humor versus defensive humor. Helpful humor creates space while staying honest. Defensive humor avoids vulnerability completely. Humor is healthiest when it softens pain, not when it hides it so deeply that even you can't reach it. 2. Use humor with compassion, not self-attack. Self-deprecating humor can be warm in small doses, but there's a difference between "I'm such an idiot, as always," and "that was a very chaotic moment from me." Try to make your humor kinder than your inner critic. 3. Pair humor with truth. A powerful formula for mental health is truth plus lightness. For example, "I'm overwhelmed today and my brain is acting like every email is a tiger." This keeps you emotionally honest and psychologically flexible. 4. Create small humor rituals. Try simple practices. Save memes or clips that genuinely calm you. Share one light moment daily with a friend. Notice one absurd human moment each day. They can be forms of regulation. 5. Know when humor is not the right tool. Some moments need silence, grief, anger, or direct care first. Humor should not be used to dismiss trauma, rush grief, invalidate someone else's pain, or bypass real conversations. The goal is not always laugh. The goal is stay human. Sometimes that means tears. Sometimes that means breath. Sometimes, beautifully, that means laughter in the middle of the mess. Humor matters for mental health because it gives us something many people are starving for: space. Space from shame, space from rigid thinking, space from stress, space to breathe, connect, and continue. So if you take one thing from this video, let it be this: you don't have to choose between depth and lightness. Sometimes lightness is what allows us to carry the depth, and sometimes a small laugh is not denial at all. It's the nervous system whispering, "I'm still here." Are there specific topics you're interested in, or a particular question you'd like answered in your life? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe now and join me on your journey toward more clarity and inner strength. Subscribe now and join me on your journey toward more clarity and inner strength.